While Pittsburgh is known for a great many things, most notably its giant statue of Mr. Rogers, which may or may not be made out of actual human feces, which I'll probably return to and talk about at greater lengths later on. It's just east of that city is the location where many deaths were caught on film.
What the hell is it? Looks like a shopping center, one of those big indoor malls.
Just on YouTube. Ghosts, aliens, paranormal, extraterrestrial. Everything is explained.
So I don't really have anything secretive, creepy, or anything to talk about in this video. I just want to talk about a really cool place I've been to, the Monroeville Mall in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Famous for being the filming location for George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. They had a zombie marketplace going on, and I wanted to go check it out. So it wasn't, didn't take up that much space in the mall itself, but it was neat to go to, especially around Halloween time. There's the machete zombie right there, and John Russo, co-writer of Night of the Living Dead, was also there. And now I'm gonna head into the actual mall part, the actual filming location. Taking the videos in here so everyone knows what became of the Dawn of the Dead Mall. Look at the shape of the windows on the ceiling. They're still just like they were in the movie. Yes, where the fountain was, where the zombie was trying to steal the change. So one of the first areas I've got to encounter going inside the actual mall was this children's play area, which used to be the fountain from the movie, which famously the fat swimming trunks zombie fell into. One of these is the entranceways here, or if it was further down the mall or somewhere the bikers rode their bikes into. In actuality, it was actually one of the entrances directly downstairs from where I made this comment. And here's the famous J.C. Penney's that's, you see throughout the movie. One of the cooler set pieces in the film, where they often have to barricade those doors and you see the zombies up against the glass. It's really neat to see in person. This was also the location where you saw the old clock tower that was in the mall in the movie. It's no longer there now. This is where they show like the Don or something, the actual folks of the And here's the food court here. You can see some pretty good social distancing going on. I found out this was the location where the ice skating rink used to be. It is now a food court. I can't tell how hall is it. It might be like, yeah, I think this was part of it. Like, I think this is when they have to get to their like living quarters or something. It was kind of hard to tell, but I mean the hallway looked familiar. I think it was the hallway that the main characters took to get to their living quarters, but I wasn't 100% sure, but you know, it looked like it could have been it. And walking down that hallway, I couldn't help but feel like the undead flyboy shambling back to eat his friends.
Yeah, I definitely recognize like the sound exterior.
Yeah. It's like... Yeah, it's like this still looks, a lot of it looks familiar in that movie. And now we're approaching this kind of outdoor area that's obviously an add-on to the mall. It wasn't there back in 1978. A lot of the inside of the mall that I've seen, I was surprised at how similar it all still looked. Like it was modernized, but it still looked very similar, you know, to what was filmed. Like you can tell that was the place. So I'm sure add-ons like this helped keep the mall alive, keeping the business coming in, so the place didn't become a dead mall. We're approaching some possible zombies trying to enter the mall here. As you can see, they're discovering the door opening mechanism. As I am making the observation that there appears to be two Dick's Sporting Goods right across the parking lot from each other. This particular area of the parking lot looks a lot like from the truck scene from the movie. And right here I figured out by watching the scene, this is where the bikers entered the mall from the outside. You know, just where I was just outside the Macy's. And this almost concludes my trip to the Monroeville Mall. But there's just one last thing I have to see, one last thing I have to do before I call it an end. There it is, the little memorial to the man himself, George A. Romero. This is a touching little tribute to Romero, and the mall put it up about a year after he died, and it was sculpted by his friend Christian Stravakis. So any Dawn of the Dead pilgrimage is not complete till you pay your respects to the great George A. Romero. It was really neat to get to see and step foot on the filming location of one of my favorite movies. And one thing I'm glad for is that this mall seems to be alive and doing pretty well, still kicking. It doesn't look like it's at risk of becoming a dead mall anytime soon. So I'm glad for that. Maybe I didn't get as much comparison footage and pictures as I could have with what I've seen with the scenes from the film, but I am planning to come back in July for the Living Dead weekend, so if I get any additional footage that I think really adds anything really worthwhile to watch, I'll be sure to add that onto YouTube. So as always, I'll see you later, stay safe, and ciao.